How's everyone doing this morning? I'll give people a few minutes to join in. Today's class is a strengthen and lengthen class. As always, I don't know if you can hear me over the music. Let me turn it down a little bit. Today's class is, as always, it's a charity class, so it's free. But if you have the means to donate and you would like to, today's organization that I am contributing towards is Feeding People. So their Instagram is feedingpeople.ig. They are providing healthy meals to the frontline workers in the hospitals. So that's a really good cause, working out for a good cause. If you want to Venmo me, my Venmo is I am Tiffany Low, and I'll make sure 100% of your donation goes to them. Otherwise, you can also donate directly to them. Their info is feedingpeople.org. Great, so today all you need is a mat. I've padded my mat because the floor is quite hard. We don't need any equipment today, just a mat, so feel free to join in. If the music is too loud at any point, just follow my movements. So we're gonna start seated on the mat. Your legs are gonna be in a mountain shape, and you're just gonna find your hands wrapped around your ribs, 4 fingers at the front and thumb towards the back. Go ahead and stare straight ahead, soften your gaze or close your eyes, make sure your feet are nice and planted firmly into the ground. And let's start by taking some breaths here. Taking a big inhale, seated nice and tall, and then exhale all the air out. Really relax the shoulders, mount them away from your ears. Feeling your ribs expand, diaphragm drawing down. Breathing laterally from left to right side of the room. And then exhale all the air out. Imagining there's a belt or a corset wrapping around your waist, or like saran wrap, really cinching that waist in. Sending the breath all the way down to your pelvic floor. Exhaling all the air out. Let's take 2 more breaths here before we start to do this pelvic tuck. One more big breath. And exhaling all the air out. The next time you take a big breath, we're going to find that pelvic tuck. So tucking that pubic bone towards your face and rolling that tailbone under. And then exhaling and coming up nice and tall. So it'll just be a small range of motion. Find the little tuck. And then coming back to seated nice and tall, neutral spine. Let's go for 3. You want to find evenness in your body. 2. Final 1. On an inhale, come up to seated nice and tall. You can stretch your hands out in front of you. Palms facing in. We're going to go into some rollbacks here. So finding that pelvic tuck we just did, roll back halfway to your midpoint where you feel your abs are on fire, and then use those abs here to pull yourself back up. Seated nice and tall. If this is too much with your hands up here, you can always climb your hands down the back of your thighs, and then use those abs to really engage and pull yourself all the way up. Otherwise, hands go up here, shoulders relax, it's coming down, feet digging into the floor. It doesn't matter if your toes come up, just make sure they're still level on the ground. Use those abs, pull yourself up. Let's go for 3. Articulating through every single bone. Ooh. Let's go for 2. Finding that pelvic tuck. I'm feeling it this morning. And last one, let's roll all the way down. From here, we're going to go into some ab flexion. So go ahead and place your hands behind your neck. You don't want to pull on the neck. You want to make sure you're really keeping that head heavy. Your hands what's protecting, supporting the neck, go ahead and just find that nod and curl. So you're just lifting through the scapula, keeping your elbows in your peripheral, so you keep your shoulder blades stable against that rib cage. And just nod and curl. So you want to initiate from the head, nod chin to chest, and then use those abs to pull yourself up, drawing those shoulder blades off the mat. Let's go for 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. On 1, let's hold up here. Bring both legs to tabletop one at a time. We're going to go into this bicycle crisscrosses. So just twist over your right armpit to your left leg and back to center. Left armpit to right leg and back to center. So imagining your torso is like a towel and you're just wringing out the water on the side, but keeping those hips nice and neutral. You don't want to pike one hip up over the other. And your leg can stay as high or as low as you can, but you just want to make sure you maintain that nice neutral spine. So your leg can stay up, or your leg can go down as low as you can, or you can keep them at a tabletop, whatever works for you. Let's go for 3 more on each side. Last 2. You feel those abs burning up, feel those obliques starting to turn on. And 1. Let's hold here, keep in this position, head curled up. We're going to find dead bug. So your legs are going to stay on tabletop, your arms are going to point towards the ceiling, opposite arm, opposite leg, so your right leg comes down as your left arm extends behind, and then come back. Other side. Curl up even higher if possible, or if this is sticky on your neck, you can always feel free to lower the head down. You're still going to get the ab work. If you are curled up, try to see if you can curl up even higher. Nothing else moves except the opposite leg and opposite arm. Use those abs. Let's go for 4 on each side. 3. 2. And last one. One more variation here. Go ahead and place those hands back behind your head. We're going to go for those scissor kicks, making sure your ribs are nice and knitted in. You don't want them flaring up towards the ceiling. Really knit them in. Bring that right leg down towards the ground, or as low as you can, maintaining that neutral spine. And then bring that left leg up towards the ceiling and just switch. Scissor kicking. Let's go for 5. And 4. If this is too much, you can find a soft bend in the knees. 3. 2. Last one. Nice. Bend those knees in. Give them a little hug. Rock side to side. Your abs should be quite warm by now. Now let's go ahead and find some bridges. Place those feet on the floor, nice and firm, parallel. You want to make sure you can touch your heels. So your fingertips can touch your heels here. We're going to find some articulated bridges. So same thing, tucking that pubic bone towards the sky. Slowly peel back off the mat, bone by bone, really pressing in through those hands. As you're up here, I want you to find activation, driving those heels into the floor as if you're trying to pull those heels towards your butt, but keep them where they are. You want to make sure your hip bones are nice and level and you're tracking those knees over those ankles. Find the activation, slowly melt your spine down, bone by bone by bone. There's a lot to think about here. This move might seem easy, but it's not if you're doing it right. You want to make sure you're tracking those knees over your second and third toes, finding length through that frontal hip bone so you're a diagonal plane from the tip of your knees through your mid-back. Roll all the way down, nice and slow. Finding the activation through your inner thighs, keeping those legs nice and parallel. Really finding energy through that floor. And if you want some extra balance challenge today, go ahead and bring those hands up towards the ceiling, but make sure you're still doing everything with intention, ribs still knitted in, finding activation through those glutes and those hamstrings, pressing those feet into the floor. Let's go for 2 more at your own pace. 2. And final one, let's meet at the top here. And let's just lower an inch and lift. Every time you lift, try to see if you can bring that tailbone under. Tuck it a little bit under, pointing that pubic bone towards the ceiling a little bit more. So you should feel the activation in those glutes. Let's go for 5. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now the spine all the way down. Walk those feet out about an inch, so you can't exactly touch them. Dig those heels in now, so your feet are pointing, your toes are pointing towards the ceiling, and let's come up into a neutral bridge. Again, you want to make sure your hips are nice and level. Bring that right leg up to tabletop. Both hands can be on the ground right now, really activating through those palms. So right leg in tabletop, left supporting leg, that heel digging into the floor. Lower that booty down an inch as your right leg comes out and extends, and then bring it back in. So you want to point through that toe, finding length. Strengthen and lengthen is the aim of today's class. And in this movement, it is going to be a lot on the supporting leg, but make sure to keep the hip bones nice and level. The natural temptation here is to want to drop one hip down or go roll over. You don't want that. You want to keep yourself nice and level. Let's go for 5, 4, keep the breath work going. 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Let's extend that right leg towards the ceiling. Slice it down to a half moon and around. Down and around. If you don't have this range of motions, totally fine. You can always do it with the tabletop. So just bring that leg to touch, circle it back around. Point that toe and circle. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1. Reverse the circle. For 5, 4. Your left leg should be burning. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg down, keep it pointed. We're going to go straight to the other side. So same thing, left leg to tabletop, lower that hip, and point to that toe. And up. Keep those hips lifted. You can always hold onto those hips as a guide. I'm pretty warm now. How about you? Let's go for 5. Point through that toe. 3, 2, and 1. Now, bring that leg up to the ceiling, slice it down, half moon. We have 5, 4, keep those ribs knitted in. 3, 2, you want to make sure you keep it out of your neck too, so press into those palms. 1, reverse the circles. Let's go for 5, 4, really digging through that supporting right heel. We have 3, 2, and 1. We're out of here. Bring that down. Lower your hips. Bring those knees in. Get in a hug. Good job. Go through and twist, circle through those ankles. And then reverse the circles of the ankles. We're going to go around and go into sideline work. So keep yourself here. You're going to come up to your forearm. Really press into that forearm. Keep yourself lifted. Bottom leg is going to be in a tabletop position. Top leg is going to be at a 45-degree angle. Toes touching the floor. You can see me from here. From here, you're going to lift that leg up towards the ceiling in a diagonal plane, but as you do, find that external rotation so the back of your knee is shining towards the floor, and then as you bring it back down, internally rotate so your leg is parallel to the bottom leg, and then your knee is shining towards the back of the room. So you're just really rotating that femur bone and that hip socket. Just find that rotation, and you might not have a big range of motion. That's totally fine. My hips are quite tight at the moment, so you just want to turn, keeping your hips nice and stacked, finding length in your body. Pointing through that toe. Externally rotating that knee. Pointing down. External rotate. and down. Let's go for 4. Really press through this forearm, keep yourself lifted. Last 2. Final 1. Nice. Bring this leg into hover, and let's kick it back so you're at a 90-degree angle from this bottom leg to the top leg. Flex through this top left foot, and we're just going to pulse it back into these little donkey kick pulses. For 8, 7, finding activation of that glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to hover over this leg. We're going to do some knee taps and then heel taps. Knee taps and heel. Don't forget to keep yourself lifted, so you don't want to be dropping down like this. You want to find length, finding the activation through this forearm, really pressing into the floor. Let's go for 5 and 4, 3, last 2, 1. Keep that heel here. We're just going to kick that foot out, point through that toe. Kick it out and point. No external rotation this time, just keep that leg where it is. Just point it out. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now we're going to come up to our wrist, our hand. Come on up, we're going to get into a full side plank. So side plank in this position, make sure everything is nice and stacked. Bring that arm up and bring that leg up. We're just going to bring the knee to elbow for that oblique work. If this is too much, you can always find yourself in a modified plank. So you can always have that bottom leg down, and you can do it like this, but still keep yourself lifted. Finding that nice lateral flexion, and you want to make sure you're not locking through the elbow. So find a little soft bend in that elbow. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Come on down, good work. We're going to get into some quadruped work now. So come on, facing the floor. Your wrists are going to be directly underneath your shoulders, and your knees are going to be directly underneath your hips. Keeping yourself here, we're going to find some donkey kicks on that right side. So find that supporting weight in that left leg. Go ahead and flex with that right foot, pulse that leg up, and bring it down. I want you to imagine there's a tray on your back. Nothing else moves, you're just moving that leg and that thigh bone, finding that hip differentiation, keeping your belly button plugged in towards your spine. Pulse it up, tap the floor. Let's go for 5 and 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Keep it here. Let's find those clamshells, opening up, firing up that glute med even more. Keep those hips nice and square. Let's go for 5. Really pressing in through both palms, nice and even. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now extend that leg out and tap onto the inner corner, the left side of your mat, and then rainbow it over to the right side. Just those toe taps. We have 5. Keep those hips nice and even, nice and square. 3. Last 2. Belly button drawn in. Final 1. Bring that leg in. Let's go ahead to the other side. So right supporting leg, and let's go ahead and find that donkey kick on that left side, and bring it down. And up, and down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, clamshells to the left. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You know what's next. Tap that left foot into that left or the right corner of the mat and back in. Let's go for 5. 4, really point through that toe, finding length from the tip of your crown through that big toe. Last 2. And last 1. So nice. Let's come on down to our front in a prone position here. We're just going to find some swan to find some gentle thoracic extension. So keep your hands down by underneath your armpits. Find activation of those thighs. Belly button drawn in as if there's an ice cube underneath you. Press to those palms. Press to that pubic bone and slowly come up. Finding length. Just gazing towards the edge, the top edge of your mat. Slowly press to those palms. Keep that belly button drawn in, ribs in. And down. Really press to that pubic bone. If you want some advanced, you could always shoot those arms forward, swing yourself up, and catch yourself. So swing yourself up and catch yourself. It helps if you have that your butt and your back chain of your legs really activated. Just swing and catch. Swing and catch. Let's do 2 more. It's pretty fun. And final one. Nice. Now from here, we're going to go straight to the sideline. So what we did on the other leg, keep yourself up on this forearm. Keep your hips nice and stacked. Your left leg now is going to be on the bottom, and then your right leg is on the top. Tap that right leg at 45. Find the external rotation as you point that toe towards the diagonal wall and bring it down. Keeping yourself lifted through the side. Your hand can stay on your hips or they can stay on the ground for more support. Whatever feels good for you. Keep kind of pull that hip away from the rib so you're not dumping into that waist. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1. So nice. Hover that leg in, flex through that foot, bring it in so you're at a 90-degree angle here. Let's go ahead and find those pulses towards the back, activating those hamstrings and those glutes. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hover that leg in. Those knee and heel taps now. Really press through that forearm. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice. Keep those heels there. Point through that toe. Kick that out to 45 and in. Kick it out to diagonal and in. Finding activation. Pressing through those hamstrings. Wading through the air. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Nice. Then we have that sideline plank. Just adjust my mat here. Come up to your hands. Full side plank. Arm lifted, leg lifted up, and find that lateral flexion. Bending the knee in and the elbow to touch. We have 5. And it's not about speed here. You want to keep this nice and accurate. Last 3. Final 2. And 1. Nice. Whew. I'm pretty warm. How are you? We're going to get in some chest expansion here. So keeping your legs keep yourself in a high kneel. Keep your legs directly underneath you. Keep your hands by your sides. We're just going to shoot those arms up, hover that butt over those heels, and then bring those back in. Keep the belly button drawn in to protect that lower back. So you're finding a hip hinge. Really finding that keeping that back nice and neutral. You're just hinging forward. If this is too much with your hands, that lever load is too much, just keep those hands on your hips. But you want to find the activation every time you come down. Go nice and slow so you feel more booty activation. And down. We have 4. And 3. Keep that belly drawn in. Last 2. And 1. Come back up. Go ahead and bring both hands out in front of you. We're going to pretend we're Cupid with a bow and arrow. So we're going to find that rotation of our body, pull that bow, and back. So you're just keeping your hips nice and square where they are. You're just really twisting through that torso. Twist through those obliques and back in. And twist like you're pulling that bow. We have 5. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. 3. Last 2. Final one, go to the other side, twist to your left. Hips stay where they are in space. Really engaging those scapula stabilizers there. Broad open collarbones. Last two. Final one. Nice. Let's count to standing. We're going to go into some side lunges. So keeping yourself about parallel, hip width distance apart. Go ahead and bring that right leg out into a lunge. Keep that weight in the heel. You don't want to bend too far forward. Keep the weight in the heel. Use that weight, use that momentum to bring yourself up. Really pulling yourself up to find length. Press yourself back, butt lunges back and back. We have 5. Keep that belly button drawn in as you hip hinge. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's head on to the other side. So left leg, find length, and stretch to the inner thigh. 4, growing taller each time. 3, 2, 1. Hold here and pulse. 5. Shift that weight into your heels. 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything in. Now we're going to turn to the front of your, turn to face the edge of your mat. Keep that left foot out in front. Let's see if you can see me. Keep that left foot out in front. Keep a soft bend. Keep those hips shining forward. Lift that right leg back behind you. Bring it up and then tap the floor. Bring it up and tap the floor. Keep that belly button drawn in. Find activation of that booty, that gluteal fold where your hamstring meets that butt. Really press up. For 3, and 2, and 1. Keep that leg up here. Let's just pulse it up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side now. So right supporting leg, left leg comes on up. Keep those hips shining square. Pulse it up and touch the floor. And up, touch the floor. For 5, 4, 3. You can always bring your hands out if you want more load. And 1. Keep it here. Pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice. We just have one more plank series and then stretches and you're out of here. Time goes by so quick. So let's come down to the mat. We're going to find that high plank here. And we're just going to keep your legs about wider than hip width distance. Make towards the edge of the mat. Shift that weight into your arms, into the shoulders, and let's go for some shoulder taps. 2 taps. Open those legs out and in, out and in. Then tap your inner elbow. Out, in, then tap each opposite hand. Out, in. Let's go with shoulders, shoulders. Out, out, inner elbows, out, out, hands, hands, out, out. So as you do this, I want you to think about keeping those hips nice and low, and you want to make sure you're engaging those abs so you're not rocking too much from side to side. We have 2 more sets here. Shoulder, shoulder, open, open. Elbow, elbow, open, open, hand, hand, open, open. Last one. Keep the belly drawn in. And hand, legs. Sit back, take a breather. We're about to go into some mountain climbers. So a lot of strain, a lot of shoulder burning. Okay, let's come back up. So twisting mountain climbers to the other side, working those obliques even more. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, speed it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really good. We're going to go into some forearm isometric holds, and that's your last one, I promise. So come down to your forearms. feet will be a bit wider than hip distance. Let's hold here for 8 counts. 8, 7, keep those hips low. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk those hands out an inch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more inch out for 8, 7. You can do anything for 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Bring those knees down. You're done. We just need to do some stretches and then you're out of here. Super, super quick. So let's come on up. Let's go lie on your back for some figure 4 stretches here. So bring that left leg over to your right knee. Grab behind your right knee and just pull that leg in towards your body. Really flex through that left foot. I'm sweating. I don't know about you, but I'm hot, which is nice. You know, like on a gloomy day like this, sometimes you just don't feel like working out, and after you've done it, you just feel like you're on top of the world. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So right ankle crosses over on top of left knee. Left knee. Cross yourself in, pull it in towards your chest. Feels so nice. Whew. Feel that stretch down that glute. Slowly unravel. We're gonna come up and do some mermaid. So left leg will be internally rotated, left leg will be externally rotated, right leg internally rotated. Let's go ahead and bring that forearm down, bend over to the side. Keep the ribs drawn in. Find that stretch of that side. We worked your obliques a lot today. Bring that hand down to the mat. Just bend over to the other side. Let's unravel. So now your right leg is externally rotated, left leg internally rotated. Bring this arm down to the mat. Find that stretch. And then come on over, just slowing down your heart rate here. We're gonna come on up to kneeling. Go ahead and bring that right leg out. So it's a 90-degree angle. Really shift that weight forward. Press your left hand down to the inner side of your right leg. And just go ahead and stretch up. You can go ahead and untuck that toe and lift up. So your knees off the floor. Finding more stretch down the posterior chain of your legs. Bring that knee back down. And if you can, if it's available to you, just go ahead and pull the foot in so you feel that stretch down your quads. Feels so good. Let's do this on the other side. So left leg out front, right hand right on the inner side of that left foot. Go ahead and stretch up, twist yourself over, chest to your legs, gazing towards that hand in the sky. If you want, you can untuck that toe, bring the knee up. Stretching through those glutes, and then bring that knee back down, reach for that back leg, pull that foot towards your butt. So nice. And then slowly come on up, and you are done. My friends, thank you so much for joining me today on Saturday. I definitely got warmed up. I don't know about you. Again, today's class was a free class. All donations raised will be going to feedingpeople.ig to feed the medical workers with healthy meals, since they're saving so many lives. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll answer anything I can. Otherwise, stay safe, be well, and talk to you soon. See you next time. Thank you. Bye.